Hello everyone and welcome back to this new video of Autodesk Inventor Professional 2025 tutorial. Today I'm going to learn you how to make a spiral form in any kind, like this one. This one is a kind of square kind, but you can also make circle kinds or anything you want. And I mean this, that it is circular or square-like, depending on the color you want. So, how do we start? First of all, we go to sketch, we start a 2D sketch, we press the XY plane because it's the easiest to use, it's the most logical. As you can see down here, you have your x-axis horizontally, your y-axis vertically. And now, how are we going to draw this? First of all, you need to know how big do I want my spiral in diameter wise. So, the diameter in your biggest part, your widest part from left to right. So in this case here it is 80 millimeters. So what are we gonna do? We press here center line. As you can see, it should show up if I like that. Center line. Yeah, it's just center line, which means you can resolve around it, which makes a circular form. Or you can make spirals with the spiral command. So we pick center line, and then from here on we go upwards. You can choose how high it is. It doesn't really need to be the height you want your spiral to be, you just need any height. So I'm just gonna pick 20. Doesn't really matter at all. So that's it. Then we unclick the center line, you pick a point like here, and you just place it on the x-axis. As you can see here below, it's horizontally, so we put it on the black line here, like that. Then we pick dimension, we press on the point and then on the line, as you can see here, and now we get the diameter reference. Now I want a spiral with a diameter, it's in millimeters for me. I want, let's say, 150 millimeters. So I just press 150 and I enter. Now it's 150 millimeters wide. Now if I want something spiraling, because if it's just a point, it isn't gonna create much. To change the kind of figure that spirals, like here it's a square kind of figure that spirals, but you can also choose a circular one, so I'm gonna do that. You can press here for a rectangle. You can do 2-point center, which is the easiest here. You just press it, you pick your point here and then spread it out as you want, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go circular with 1-point center and then outwards. And I want a circle of 10 millimeters diameter, which is 1 centimeter. As you can see here, it says 1 dimension needed, so I'm just gonna need to find what dimension it is, and I think it is the XY axis. So to constrain it, I choose here a horizontal constraint. So we pick it here, and then we choose the point across it, and now it is fully constrained, as you can see here down below. So that's it. I just press escape again, everything is constrained, and it should be ready now. This is your sketch. It doesn't look like much, but we are finished, so we press finish sketch, and then we get to the 3D part. Now you can choose a command that says coil, so we choose the coil command and it instantly knows what to do, as you drew a circle here. And now if you zoom out a little, you can see here that here it says 5 revolutions. So I'm gonna just delete all this, 0 like that, 0 degrees, and we have 5 coils. So we're gonna count it, 1 2 3 4 5. As you can see, if I change this number, the more coils I'm gonna get. If you choose 5.5 or 6 or 7, doesn't matter. You can just choose how many revolutions you want. You can also choose 16, and then on a small surface it's a lot of coils. I'm gonna stick with 5 here. Then the height, I'm gonna do 125 because it's dividable by 25. And you can also choose how to make it an angle, make it pointy, make it end, like I did here. So you can see here it goes narrower and narrower. So you can do that as well with the taper function in the left rotation or the right rotation. You can choose your rotation as well, apparently. So the taper, let's say 60 degrees, and just like that, you get a wider version. Now, if you want to make it pointy, what do? Is you press minus, and you say 20. Yeah, just like that. If it's too much of a minus, like 45, for example, it goes to the smallest point and it widens again with the same amount of taper. So be careful with it. Always take a look at it first. So 20 is a nice guess. You can also do 30 normally, like that, and then it ends really. Then you're at the finish. So yeah, you can choose. And then also, what can we change is the flat angle. If you look from the side, like here, you can see first it is flat, and from here on, it starts to go up. That is what I chose here. 180s. If I choose 0, it instantly starts to go up. As you can see here, it goes up, and it starts to ascend. Now, we also have a transition angle. I don't really know what it does, but we're gonna find out together. What if I say 45? Oh, if I press 90? I'm confused now.
A few moments later.
I don't really know what this does. Find it out yourself, I would say. But you have the tutorial, the general one. To change your stuff, you can also do a close hand with a flat angle of 90 degrees and a transition angle of 45 degrees, and then you have a flat end. You can also play with this. This is mostly used for springs for cars or stuff, and then you can, without a taper of course, and that's how you can change it. Now if I want to edit coil feature, failed. No, that's kind of anticlimax. So you have your constraint sketch here. To make a coil-like feature, or a spiral, you just press really easily the coil here, and now you can do whatever you want. As you can see, I already have some settings put in, but you can change it. So this one, revolution, says it for itself, is how many revolutions you have. I have 6, so if you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's the amount of revolutions. Then you have your height. That's why this height doesn't really matter. You can do it here. And then you have your taper. If you press 0, it's just going to be a straight spiral or coil. If you do a positive taper, it is going to go outwards, as you can see. Don't go over taper, because then this happens. Just goes to one point and then it just widens again. You're literally just copying. If I would add some height, I would do it here, 175. You can see that it's just an exact copy, because it here it narrows with 45 degrees taper, and then here it widens again because it got to 0 and now it's going below 0 and just adding again, but in a negative form. That's why it's turned upside down. So keep in mind, just stay at 30 is even too much. 20, maybe 20 is perfect. Depends on how high your coil is. And that should be it. You have a flat angle, says for itself, is the angle the coil has to stay flat. Then you have the transition angle. Don't know what that does. It doesn't really matter. Just keep it at 90, I would say. I still have to find out what transition angle means, but I never had to use it in my life, and I did already a couple of drawings with the coil feature for springs and stuff like this, but I never really used the taper either. So no, that's it. I hope you learned something about it and I explained it clearly. If you wouldn't mind, please leave me a like, subscribe, and I hope I see you in the next tutorial when you need or you want to learn something about Inventor. I'm not a prof. I always say I'm just a student who tries to explain stuff to myself and enjoys drawing. I also have to show, if you press OK, you get a coil. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.